Yeah, that's pretty good.
There we go. All right.
All right, let's get a little countdown or something going.
Mm-hmm.
Sound effects want to be funny.
Dang, man. Come on, now. We just did this. We just did this. You know, sometimes we just got to go back in. It's like Windows, close Windows,
right?
And open Windows.
I don't think it's attached to the speaker.
Hold on.
Hey. Was the speaker already on when you gave it to me? Because I don't know.
Yeah, it was on, but did it die? Dang, it might have died. Well, dang. Let me try it. All right, now, dang, of course, this will happen today.
Right.
This will happen today. That's what it would do.
We get ready to get there, y'all. All right.
So let's try this now. Now. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
All right. We in.
All right. We in the building. Welcome to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. This your man Kurt, and this is
Howard. Sorry about the delay intro.
No, you good, man. It happens, man. Move that over so they can see the Panther. You know, Wakanda forever.
Now, you know what's funny? So I went to the movie theater, right, to get tickets.
Yeah.
And I went up there to the, because you know you got to go in and purchase. Well, this is the way I do it. If you don't do it online, you go in to the concession stands. It used to be, you know, you go to the ticket booth.
Right.
There, but you go to the concession stand. So instead of saying, yeah, I want 5 Black Panther tickets, Black Panther 2, I said, yeah, let me get 5 of them Wakanda tickets. And then I was like, wait a minute, it's not called Wakanda. It's 5 of them Wakanda tickets.
You know? You get 5 of them King Jaffe Joffer tickets.
Yeah, the King Jaffe Joffer.
You know?
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, man. So how was your week this week?
Man, week was pretty good. You know, got some things knocked out, try to get things knocked out. So, you know, today we can, you know, the fam can enjoy watching, you know, the Black Panther 2 movie. So we're going to see it today.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, back in, because what was it, 2019?
18.
18.
Yeah, when the other one came out.
Yeah, so when the first one, we all went together as a family. So I was like, I just want to do that again to kind of,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that type of togetherness, the kite, you know, the energy,
yeah,
the spiritualness with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, I know it's still like a commercial box office thing, but it's just, you know, still to have that energy around it. That's why I kind of wanted to do that today. So.
Yeah, we went as a group too when the first one came out. So, you know, we enjoyed it. You know, we're going to do the same thing again tonight. We're going to see it like around 7:30. Yeah. So, you know, hopefully it ain't too crowded, but, you know, I'm sure it will be because, them tickets are selling out, bro.
Yeah, it's about to get crazy. How was your week, sir?
My week was pretty good, you know. Went by pretty fast, you know, just a lot of stuff going on in hip hop I've been trying to keep up with. So, you know, definitely want to talk about that. You know, we lost a few people. We got to talk about the, you know, Takeoff and Jay Prince Jr. situation and all of that, what they call the mob ties, you know, which I'm just kind of learning about. You know, I don't really keep up with all of that, you know, culture. But yeah, other than that, it was a good week. You know, like I said, it went by fast, so, you know, nothing too special. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. We want to kind of address a few people that we lost. So we lost comedian Gallagher this week. He was pretty well known. You know, he did a lot of props in his act where he would take a mallet and be smashing like watermelons, and that was part of his act.
Sledge-o-matic. It's not a dice. It's not a splicer. What the hell could it possibly be? Sledge-o-matic.
Right.
It's that easy.
But yeah, man. So I want to say he was. think he was in the 60s, somewhere in his mid 60s.
Yeah, I thought he was 70.
Was he 70? I might be wrong. I thought it was like 66.
It might be. It might. It's a 6 in there.
But yeah. So he passed away. We lost Kevin Conroy, who's the voice of the animated Batman. Yeah, for the longest time, like since the 90s, he's been doing the Batman voice for the animated joint, man. So that was an iconic voice, man. And then we lost Aaron Carter. He's like an R&B singer. He had a lot of issues with drugs and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. I'm hearing it was drug related, but I'm not sure.
There's some things behind that too, man. From hearsay, like his own family was out to get him. You know what I'm saying? Because and I think he was battling Sony for publishing and stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff about him. I mean, I don't really know all the details, and I don't know if, what I'm saying, this is alleged, so I really can't, but I've heard there was some stuff. Man, I'm telling you, like, especially with everything going on right now, everybody thinks, I mean, the power to be keep black people down, but they keep people that's not like them down as well.
Yeah.
They may not do it as bad as, you know what I'm saying? But they well, I mean, we won't get into that. Yeah. We'll get into that later. But that's what they do. So yeah.
But yeah, so he passed away. He wasn't but I want to say 30 something.
Yeah, he was like 30,
he was young, man.
Yeah.
We lost female rapper Hurricane G, who was part of like the Hit Squad, Def Squad. And she worked with Diddy. She worked with Eric Sermon, worked with Keith Murray, Redman, Diddy, and a few other people, man. But she was all over the place, man. She was considered one of the dopest female lyricists. And then we lost my man Tame Ones from the Artifacts. Yeah, how we did a video segment on him for the lyrical breakdown, which was really good. So y'all should go check that out.
Yeah, I didn't get a really chance to get into the Artifacts. I mean, I've heard the wrong side of the tracks before and stuff, but to actually like that album, man, and I'm not saying this because Tame One passed away.
Yeah.
But between a hard rock and a hard place, it was really no skips on that. I mean, I would say that album was kind of like for its day. I mean, I wouldn't say it would be like time transcending like as an Illmatic or something, if you will. But as far as like if you can take your mind back to '94 and what the sound was like, that was a pretty good album.
Right. Yeah, it was, man. And I mean, Tame One is a pretty dope lyricist, man. So, I'm glad you were able to do that because I was thinking about it. I was like, well, if Howie don't do one, I'm going to do one. And I was going to do the same song. I was already had it in the back of my mind. We got to drop something for Tame One. But yeah, I mean, and he was a dope. The group was dope. You know what I mean? They made a lot of noise, but I think they just kind of stopped making music pretty early on. I don't know what happened, but
well, we ain't gonna talk about that. But anyway, go ahead.
But just wanted to kind of give some condolences, and let's go ahead and give all of them a moment of silence just to pay our respects. All right. Thank y'all for doing that with us. We appreciate it. So let's go ahead and jump into our question of the day. So you had a question of the day. Now that we got some new music out here, I thought this was a good one.
Is Nas the greatest of all time?
Is Nas the greatest of all time? I mean, I have to admit, I give him at least one or two. If I had to, because I mean, he's really proven himself that even after all these years, I mean, he's 30 years in the game, and going on 31 now. And he started out really on fire. Then a lot of people felt like he slowed down a little bit, but then he caught his second wind, and he on fire again. You know what I mean? Now he dropping all these albums. Him and Hit Boy making some of the dopest collaborations. Man, I mean, we on King's Disease 3. So yeah, I mean, I'll give him that, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I mean, and when I hear some of the songs. I've only heard like 2 or 3 off of this new KD3 album, and they fire.
Yeah, I actually got a chance to listen to it.
Yeah,
the whole album.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I listened to it in the car. Yeah, I listened to most of it in the car, then I finished the rest up.
Yeah.
And then I was doing my exercise this morning. I was listening to it again. I mean, my circuit's like 30 minutes, so I didn't really get to listen to it the whole time. I definitely, out of all that series, I definitely want to get that one on vinyl.
Okay.
That one's special.
Yeah, I heard one of the songs I heard was the Thun song.
Yeah, Thun.
About the Queen's Thun language and all of that. But I liked it because not only was he rapping his butt off, but there's a part in there where he talks about Ether and Takeover. Did you hear that part?
Oh, no, he killed that shit. He said, I said, dang, I forgot the line. I forgot the line, but the whole, he says, no beef between us. You got Ether.
Ether's playing on title, something like that.
No beef, no rivals. They pay Ether on title.
Ether on title, yeah, which is Jay-Z's platform.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of dope. He basically pointing out that, no matter how our situation got, look at where we at now. We can still, collaborate with each other. And my song playing on his platform. And then he said, sometimes I sit back and listen to Takeover
and text Jay-Z like,
nigga, this ain't over. I thought that was dope, man. But the fact that they could, just talk about stuff like that after all these years, like, he's still listening to Takeover, like, yo.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a Jay fan, but man, Takeover was hard.
Takeover was hard.
Takeover was fucking hard, dude.
And it was, the beat was just perfect for it. I'll give him that, man.
And I ain't gonna lie, honestly, when it first came out, because I wasn't a Jay fan, I fucking hated it. Because it was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna talk this shit down.
Right.
Like, especially with that whole East Coast, West Coast, and then it's like, even like with Prodigy, rest in peace to Prodigy, and they was like, look, man, you was in the back. Didn't say shit. Now you coming out here saying like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You didn't say nothing when it was, when they was out here. Yeah. So I mean, so that's one. But going back and listening to it now, I can appreciate it. I appreciate the sample. You know what I'm saying? I mean that's and that's what rap was. And I'm glad that really out of all that, saying even when they were beefing. Because, I mean, that was the whole thing, too, about the album. I want to shout out Mike and Coop off According to Hip Hop. But that's what they were saying, and that's what I kind of got the feeling, too, like the whole album was about Black unity. But even before then, they didn't take it to the street. They didn't make it like what Pac and Big did. They at least kept it on wax.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And I think that was,
Although Prodigy almost didn't keep it on.
Oh no.
Prodigy's
my man's shout out to Carcito because my man, they was like, I think Jay. I think he told me the story to, well, not me, but and it's what I was listening to the story. I think Jay was talking to Cormegan. And it's like, man, what about Prodigy? Man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. My man, crazy. Because when I think like Jay went to that one club and Prodigy, the whole gang of dudes, like it was Jay-Z and Jermaine Dupri. And Jermaine Dupri saw this. Jermaine's like, yo, nigga, you's on your own.
They was like, yo, I
gotta go. Jay was like, look, man, it's on wax.
Right.
And then like Prodigy was like, all right, yeah, it's on wax. It's on wax. And they kind of just let it go because like, man, listen. And actually there was the other stuff too. They were saying that Jay was, Big Pun ran Jay. Big Pun and Fat Joe ran Jay out.
Yeah, I heard. They said Big Pun hit Jay with a bottle beside his head or something like that. Dang. I was like, dang. Yeah. But yeah, Prodigy told that story about how him and his goons surrounded Jay because he knew he found out he was at some kind of event, so he was like, yeah, we just gonna wait outside for him. And they just stayed outside until him and Jermaine Dupri came out. And Jermaine Dupri said he saw what was going on. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go this way." Yeah, I got something to do over here.
Hey, my mom, look, street light on.
Right.
My mama called me.
I think my mom just called me. I'm gonna go over here and take this call.
I'm late for Bible study.
You going that way? Okay, I'm gonna go this way.
Go this way. Mama called.
Right. He cried in the car. But yeah, man.
It was y'all. I helped y'all.
My mama gave me that check. But yeah. So y'all, let us know in the comments what y'all think about that. Is Nas the greatest of all time? Because I mean, it ain't too many rappers who can still drop gems at this date, this age, this era, and still be relatable to older and younger audiences.
I think we'll talk a little more about the whatchamacallit, but that's one thing I will say. Like, I think the Nas is. We'll talk about it.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll talk. I don't want to get because we could spend all day talking. about
that. We definitely can.
And we got. And there's other shit that we can spend talking about all day too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what we got going on. But
all right. Well, we can jump into some birthdays. Let's go ahead and do that.
All right.
Real quick. I only got a handful, so this is one that's kind of up in the air. Happy birthday goes out to you, God. His birthday is either on November 10th or 11th. A couple of websites say 10th, a couple say the 11th. So I'm not sure, but either way, happy birthday to you, God of the Wu-Tang. I think we lost our speaker.
Yeah, it's coming back. Right. It's coming back.
So that was on either the 10th or the 11th. On the 14th, which is that's coming up in a couple of days. So that's going to be my man Boosie, Rev Run, and Shaheem. You know what I mean? All three of them.
Rugged child.
Yes, sir. The rugged man nowadays. He ain't no child no more.
Yeah, but still.
But yeah, man. Yeah, so happy birthday to all of them on the 14th. On the 15th, we got ODB. Rest in peace to him. E40, also on the same day. And my man B.O.B., all of them on the 15th. And then coming up on the 18th, we got Fabulous.
All right.
Mike Jones. Obi Trice, real name, no gimmicks. And Pastor Troy. You know what I mean? So happy birthday to all of them. Let's give them all some claps. Yes, sir. For music, I got a few things to talk about. Did you catch the new freestyle that Ray and Ghost did? The Madison Square Garden. Remember I told you, I don't know if you remember, I told you the Locks had done one at Madison Square Garden a couple of weeks ago, and now Ray and Ghost did one. It's kind of this, I don't know if it's a new trend, but for New York rappers, but they just call it the Madison Square Garden freestyle. But it's dope, man. And this one is buzzing even more than the Locks one.
Dang.
So yeah, it's dope. Y'all should go check that out. I might post it on the Facebook Triad Hip Hop page.
They've been getting busy.
Oh yeah. And they still got it, man. After all this time, because they was out before the Locks was. Yeah. Whoop came out in like 91, but they blew up in 92. They dropped their first single somewhere around the end of 91. But so Westside Gunn, he got some new music he done dropped. I think he's about to drop a new album. So I heard a new song by him called Science Class, which is dope. He got one called Fly God Jr. He got one featuring Black Star.
Okay.
Come on now, that's dope. And then you got a song. Rick Ross just released a song called "Kiss the Ring" featuring Griselda too.
Oh,
so man. Yeah,
Griselda getting busy.
They're getting busy, bro. Boom. Speaking of Black Star, tonight the host of SNL is Dave Chappelle, and the musical guest is Black Star.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, that's dope. Come on.
There we go.
So I will definitely be watching that. Dave Chappelle has hosted before, but I heard that he's getting some backlash for this week's performance. Like, I heard the writers of SNL don't really want him there.
Wow.
I think they feel like he might say something they don't like.
Oh yeah, especially with everything going on. So,
right. You're gonna get up here on some Kanye stuff. But I'm sure he is going to probably talk about the Kyrie Irving situation. Yeah, you can't help but talk about that.
I mean, that's what's going on. I mean, look like we'll get into that.
We'll get into that. We're gonna come back to Kyrie, but let's go ahead and jump into some topics because that's all I have for my music. But first thing I want to talk about, just let's go ahead and give some claps to my man Eminem. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yes, sir.
Let me get the
Yeah, man. I have to admit, I'm surprised he hadn't been inducted earlier. There's a lot of rappers where I'm like, why have they not been?
Well, I mean, I think this time was. I think the timing was good on that. I mean, because really, Eminem, when you think about it, he's older.
Yeah.
But when you think about the influence, the people that we listen to and we're influenced by, he's kind of like he's kind of like that cutoff of that era in a sense. Because he came out he literally kind of blew up late 98, 90, early 99. Yeah, early 99. So I think I don't have a problem with that. I think there's some people that need to be in there on some rap shit that need to be in there before him.
Right.
To be real.
Yeah, definitely. But he deserves it.
Yeah.
Definitely could have been in there before him. I can't remember. Is LL in there?
I don't know if he's in there. He was a candidate one year.
Yeah.
There's a couple of groups. There's a couple of groups that they had that was a candidate there. Shout out to the Meters. The Meters should fucking be in there. Because let me tell you, man, that New Orleans. Yeah. That's where they from. That New Orleans style music, man.
Yeah.
Influenced a lot of shit.
Oh yeah.
The Meters should be in there. So.
Yeah, people like that should definitely be in there. I could see the Roots being in there. Yeah. They've been real heavy, a big influence in hip hop. It's a lot of people, man. We can talk about that all day, but let's go ahead and just wanted to give Slim Shady his props on that, man. So congratulations to him. And they said that when he did his speech, he gave props to all the people that inspired him. Redman, those type of people. That came before him.
He had to.
He. That's the thing, man. You can't really have longevity without acknowledging those who influenced you and came before you. So I think that's one thing that really makes him great. Definitely.
Yeah, the thing I like, he's like, look, man, I'm a high school dropout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I got to this moment, and the fact that the people that he was listening to said, these people. White man telling these were my teachers, what I'm saying, these black people, what I'm saying, especially in this genre where they, people were, they really tried to gentrify and take it over. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, nah, man, I gotta shout them out because I definitely would not be here if it wasn't for them. So. Yeah, I definitely agree. I just appreciate. You may not appreciate Eminem as an artist, and I'm not saying that to slight him, but I appreciate him being a fan.
Absolutely,
I really do.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah,
I really love it, man.
I'm right with you on that one, man. So shout out to M, man. Congratulations on that award. That status, earning that honor of being inducted. I don't think you get an award with that, do you?
Being inducted is an award.
Right, it's an award. I'm just saying you don't get a little statue. Or
that's it.
Right.
Just like Michael Jackson. This is it.
Right.
This is it. You up there.
You're on the wall.
You're on the wall.
You got a magnet on our refrigerator.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's what it is. I think it was a big ass refrigerator. Right. Yeah, we gonna put this big ass magnet on.
All right.
Pass me the
that was dope for him. And just to talk a little bit about the Takeoff situation, they just did his funeral, and it's been buzzing about some of the speeches that have been given. I heard Drake gave a pretty moving speech. Offset and Quavo.
I was like, damn, at his own funeral. Right. Nigga just got up and
Let me say something.
Real quick. I feel the love. Yeah,
I just want to say I appreciate all
everybody be walking there like, yo, this nigga.
Right. All right, I'm going back.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but Offset and Quavo, I heard they did speeches. I think even Cardi B, I heard might have spoke at the funeral. So
Okay.
and I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't the biggest Migos fan, but I mean, I'm seeing that they had a pretty big impact on the industry. You know what I mean? A lot of people just had a lot of respect for them and what they brought to the table and them as general people, outside of the music industry. They really developed a lot of good relationships.
Well, I never really, that's the thing, even with the whole Migos, I don't think they was really too much in trouble or anything like that for the most part. I mean, there might be some instances here and there, but you know what I'm saying? I don't think they would, you know what I'm saying? They were, I mean, for the most part, they were pretty chill dudes.
Yeah, it seemed like they're pretty chill, But yeah, I mean, it was so ironic, man, that Quavo and Takeoff had just done the Drink Champs right before this happened. Because I had just watched it, and I was trying to learn more about them, and that really helped me. That episode helped me to learn a lot more about them, and I was like, okay, these dudes ain't that bad. They're pretty chill.
Mm-hmm.
And so Nori was giving them a lot of props. You know what I mean? So he was talking about how he
was at the funeral.
Well, no, on the Drink Champs.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. He might have been at the funeral, though. I mean, I wouldn't see nothing wrong with that, But there's some footage around, of the funeral and some of the speeches. So y'all let us know in the comments what y'all thought, if y'all heard any of those speeches, because I didn't get a chance to hear them and just heard the buzz about them, And I'm sure Drake probably got emotional.
Oh, you stupid.
What they call him, the emotional rapper.
The emotional rapper. But nah, man, I mean, it's just, I mean, from that standpoint, because I mean, that's another thing too. They've done, quite a bit of work together.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate.
But yeah, and since we're talking about Takeoff situation, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Jay Prince Jr. situation. Over the week, man, it's been a lot developing about, him being heavily involved with the situation, because a lot of people are saying that it was a setup, the whole time. And I heard something about, how they be asking the rappers to check in, when you come to certain cities, check in with the whole gang culture and all of that.
Yeah, that's what they did that.
Well, they're saying that Quavo did, but Takeoff did not, from what I heard. I don't know how that's possible if they're always together.
Yeah,
unless he just refused, like, I ain't scared of you niggas. I don't know if it was something, from what I hear about him, he doesn't seem like that type of dude. But the rumor has it that Takeoff did not do it, but Quavo did. And that's why they were kind of upset, like, oh, he think he all that, he not going to check in, so supposedly that was one of the reasons why they might have targeted him, allegedly. We need a button with that Tony Baker on it. Allegedly, we just need that on the sound effect. But yeah, and then they're saying that Jay Prince Jr. was the one that kind of set it up, and how he's really trying to be his father when he's really not. They're like, because I mean, people are saying like, look, dude, you grew up, you had a good life. You didn't grow up in the slums or anything like that where you had it rough and you had to be gangster to survive.
Yeah.
I mean, your father was like one of the biggest people in Houston, and you had probably lived in a nice mansion type of house, with swimming pools and whatnot. So it's like, why are you trying to carry on that legacy? Why are you trying to be the next Jay Prince? And you don't need to be. Just accept what your father had and let it go. Now, I don't know the whole thing, but that's what people are saying.
But that's even like with the, going back to T.I.'s son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're going to try to be all hard and things like
right.
that.
Same
towards,
thing.
Yeah, it's
you
like,
ain't gangster. You lived in a mansion.
Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, you can be.
I mean, you can.
You can be gang. Yeah, don't get that twisted. Right. But at the same time, yeah, you can't say that you had it hard and
right.
I'm hard out here in these streets.
When
you've been in the mansion.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't say that. But nah, you could be in the mansion, still be gangster. It's just, you know, how you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the thing too. Being a gangster don't mean that like, oh, I gotta shoot these niggas and I gotta kill. Like, nah, just conduct yourself as a man.
Right.
And then too, like, just don't take no shit. Like, look, you know, this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna do it. You know, this, that, and the third. If you don't get down with these terms, this is what's gonna happen. That's a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Someone laying the law down. You don't necessarily have to be all loud about, because that ain't gangster.
Right.
That's a crybaby to me.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, to come up here got set objectives. It's like, look, this is what it's gonna be. This is what we doing. If you don't, when we do this and you in our way, this is gonna happen to you.
Right.
That's gangster shit.
Right. You know, go ahead and just lay it out. If you do this, here's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's gangster shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Right. That's an expectation. But yeah, I mean, you know, I really think it's you know, messed up, man, that, you know, somebody like that might have possibly set this whole thing up. You know what I mean? So I really hope that, you know, that's not the case. They're also saying that he might be facing some RICO charges. Speaking of Jay Prince Jr., you know, so, you know, they're like, look, man, trust me, this ain't where you want to be at. Now, a lot of people were mad because, you know, Jay Prince Sr., he put out a video about a week ago, right around the time we did our last podcast, saying that, you know, he wasn't going to protect whoever it was that set the whole thing up, you know. And then right after that, everybody's like, "Oh, well, it was your son," you know what I mean?
Like,
so
damn,
you probably going to protect him because that's your son, you know what I mean? So,
well, I mean, but now if he don't, it's like, look, you're gonna have to learn from this what not to do.
Right.
I think that would be more.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if it was, you know, if it was like, because I mean, you know what I'm saying, if it was like just seed or something like that, of course you don't, you know, don't want nothing to happen to it because that's you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I get that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, man. So you know, I really just, you know, feel bad about the whole takeoff situation, and I hope that, you know, they can get it resolved. I mean, I heard they made more arrests, so, you know, we'll see. You know, and they're saying that, you know, it really wasn't over the dice game. There was a dice game that happened, but it was over something else, the whole argument. And
but that's like he didn't really say nothing. He ain't said nothing to nobody.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. That's why I stayed away from the streets, because I think I just had a little more common sense, man. I'm like, if this is where this is going to lead to, I don't want no parts of this. You know what I mean? I don't want no part, because I mean, most times when things get serious like that, most of them, not all, but most of them don't think with logic. They don't know how to just say, let's talk this out. Let's figure this out. Let's not exaggerate the situation. It's just, oh, you said this, you know, now it's going to that. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm talking it out. Having clear objectives. It's gangster.
Yeah, that's gangster, man. You know, the ones who survive, you know, like a Jay Prince, you know what I mean, who, you know, just wasn't out here shooting people for fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't do
He a
that.
boss, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't do that.
So
speaking of bullshit,
yeah,
let's talk about the King's Disease 3 album.
Yes, sir, man. King's Disease 3. I meant to mention that in my music list, but yeah, that album has been burning up the charts, man. And I mean, it's getting high praise from a lot of you know, critics out there who are doing these YouTube reaction videos and all of that. They are loving it.
So let me say, remember last week we had a list of producers.
Yeah.
Who we want to do with. Yeah, we're gonna have to add Hit Boy. Yeah, we're gonna have to add Hit Boy to the list.
Yeah, man.
We gotta add Hit Boy to the list.
You ain't never lying, bro, because Hit Boy, he been pulling the beats out of that.
I like the fact, listening to the album, one thing I can respect about it, when I listen to it, I like the fact that Hit Boy, you know, because he does other stuff with other artists.
Right.
I like the fact that he kind of did stuff, kind of like centered around Nas.
Yeah.
But see, like on the album, Nas still was, he still did like the flows, like some of that new style flow.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is, the new, like when he did it, like it sounds so smooth. It don't sound like he ain't. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't sound like it was a rough transition.
Right.
It sounded like he really understood, and he really got, like I said, he got an ear to the street.
Yeah.
And he's actually hearing the conversations. Yeah, he still got the old school, the style that he got, but then he's also listening to everybody. And just like he said in the album, like the Ghetto Reporter, he was like, yeah, man, me being a rapper, I just can't, we in this trap, like we can't just cut it off.
Just get out.
Yeah, it's like I want to be a 50-year-old, 60-year-old. I'm a 60-year-old fan, 50-year-old fan, 16-year-old fan.
Exactly.
And it's just like, and another track, First Time, it kind of, I think it kind of brought that back.
Okay.
What I'm saying? Because he was talking about like, about himself, like was the first time you heard like a Nas record.
Yeah.
Like when was your first time? Like, and then he was talking about his first time listening to stuff like that. First time I listened to, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Slick Rick. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, just like I said with Eminem, I appreciate him being a fan. Like really listen to Nas, especially like on his podcast. Yeah. Like I really appreciate him being a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a fan too, like of the art. Yeah. So I really appreciate that side of him too. Like you don't really get a lot, especially where the level he's at. Yeah. You don't get a lot of that in the with certain artists.
Right. And that I do think that makes a great artist, man. I mean, because Rakim talked about stuff like that a lot, how he was just a fan of music and jazz and all of that. He was like, I used to listen to all that because he had a famous jazz musician in his family. I think his aunt was a jazz musician. And so, yeah, I mean, you soak up all of that, culture from music and it affects you. You know what I mean? If you're really a fan of music, you're a fan of music.
Facts.
So, yeah. But, yeah, I love what I heard. I've heard about 3 or 4 songs. I heard The Ghetto Reporter. I heard Thun. And I heard one other one. I can't remember what's the name of it, but I heard it. And I'm loving what I'm hearing so far, man. I mean, he made that dope line about Ether and Takeover.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that before the show. What he said, no enemies or rivals. They playing Ether on Tidal.
Yeah.
Which is dope because that's Jay-Z's platform. And then he said, go back and I'll start breaking down lines from Takeover and Text Hove. Like, nigga, this ain't over, laughing. It's like, that's a beautiful thing, man. That's such a beautiful thing that him and Jay can just look back and just be cool, it is what it is. And he has enough respect to go back and still sort of pay homage to Takeover because Jay has given him credit for the Ether. Like, that shit went hard, you know what I mean? But, you don't hear Nas talk too much about it until now. So this was dope for him to say.
Yeah, because he was still in battle mode.
Right.
But yeah, man, like the whole, what I'm saying? That's the thing too, man. Like I said, going back, like I'm glad that they, kept it on wax for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole, man, that album, man, it was just, like I said, man, Hit Boy did his thing as far as like on the production side.
Man, yeah.
And it's just, I just like I said, it's just, he crafted, where Nas, he kind of went to where Nas is at and crafted that whole thing. Oh, another track that was dope. Oh, well, they all dope, though. Like Michael and Quincy joint.
Oh,
man,
okay.
That shit go hard.
That's what's up, man.
I think my favorite song, because of the timing, is SHW. I think is it SHM WTF or WTF SHM?
I'm not sure.
But it's the play on the, you know how the emoji the emoji tag. Yeah, so he actually, man, like for him to be almost 50.
Yeah.
And talking that lingo, like where the kids,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But like the concepts was just dope. Yeah. I mean, it's just dope. And like they switched up the beat on that too. Yeah. Oh, and Beef was good. Beef is almost like it's not like, you know, the J and like the Biggie Smalls what's Beef.
Yeah.
It's like a Beef is kind of like a character. It's like I bring death and all that. Yeah, okay. So that's probably like one of my favorites too.
Yeah, see, like, Nas is good for that.
Yeah, like that type of man. Like, where do you get this fucking imagery and shit from? Like what? It's like what the like people. You know, there's some people that's like, you know what I'm saying? And see, that's the thing. Nas is like so cool and chill. It's like, oh man, Nas is a good MC. But there's certain things like you listen to, like that Beef shit. It's like, man, what the fuck going on in this motherfucker's head and shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like yo.
He's so creative, man. I mean, I think I heard him once say he had learned a lot about storytelling from Slick Rick.
Oh, yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know, I don't doubt that.
That's his favorite rapper. I mean, because, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you kind of hear that.
Right.
You hear that with that influence, you know.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, yes, man. Sir.
So, man. Nas is on his game. But you know what? One thing I noticed that I thought was funny, we didn't get one of these.
Oh, no.
We didn't get one of these for one.
Nah, Nas did that shit.
Right.
Oh, all y'all coming out?
Right.
Y'all coming out? All y'all coming out here?
Right.
Oh, this is the end of the year right now, nigga.
Yeah.
11/11, nigga.
Right. Yeah.
Him a hit boy like this. Him a hit boy like this.
Right. Way back watching y'all scramble.
So, oh, word, y'all came out with some good shit. Yeah, you know how Nas, he go, man, y'all came out with some good. I can't do it, Nas.
Right.
Came out with some good shit this year. He tried to smoke a cigar. Yeah, I'm 11/11.
Yeah. How about that?
Yeah, we gonna celebrate. Come out with the Black Panther, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was
horrible Nas impression, everybody.
Yeah. 11/11 was a big day for movies and music, man. Mm-hmm. You know, we got Black Panther come out yesterday, so like I said, we're gonna go see that.
Yeah.
KD3. I mean, you know, I knew King's Disease 3 was coming because remember he said it on Magic that he just dropped Magic like what, less than a year ago?
Yeah.
Like 9-10 months ago, something like that. And you know, he was like, yeah, King's Disease 3 coming. And so he wasn't lying, boy.
But, so that's the thing that, like, I don't want to say this to be slight. Yeah, I forgot all about Magic. Yeah. Not that I forgot, but you know what I'm saying? But it was just like,
damn, been so consistent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's not like, and I'm not saying that like, oh man, you know, fuck that. It wasn't that.
Right.
I was just like, man, I just forgot that he actually did drop. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was hot too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Magic hit the charts running, man.
I really like the magic that they do together because it's definitely like and that's what it should be, is the older and the younger working together to do, you know. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I know he's not the first to do it. I can give that to Jay, and you know, but I think Jay did it to kind of stay relevant.
Yeah.
I think Nas is doing it for relevancy too, but he actually wants, like, to me, I feel like, look, I really want to have a connection.
Yeah.
To this generation, to the next, to, you know, still to my old, you know, my old dudes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like he you know what I'm saying? I feel that.
Hit Boy is doing that.
Yeah.
He's definitely making sure the beats are relevant to the older and the younger audience. So
yeah, gotta
love it, man. And Hit Boy has produced for other people, man, but Nas, he's really been shining on these Nas projects.
Yep.
So yeah, and hopefully I can get, like you said, King's Disease 3 on vinyl, man. That would be a dope one.
Yeah, I want to get them all on vinyl, but man, that one. Yeah, I gotta get no features.
Right.
No features at all. And just, man, killed it.
He took it back, man.
Yeah, he had, man, listen, like, I'm telling you, that album is a breath of fresh air, man. It's just.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He delivered. Nas delivered on that, man.
Yeah.
He knew he understood the assignment.
And like I said, it kind of the album too kind of spoke to the times we're in, like you said, the black unity.
Yeah.
And speaking of unity, shout out my man Kyrie Irving, whooping their ass.
Yes, sir.
Whooping their ass. Hold on. So we go ahead and talk about. So with Kyrie, he actually met with the guy. What's his name? The commissioner. Was it Adam something?
Yeah,
Adam Silver or something.
I'm still stuck on Stern. Stern, but yeah, I don't know the new guy.
But he actually said, well, talking to him, he cannot be anti-Semitic.
Exactly.
And that came from a Jew.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
I can't say Jewish. I can't say their name like that.
Yeah.
But so that came out of their mouth. People are talking about boycotting the movie. I don't think they need to boycott the movie on Amazon.
Me either. I don't.
I think Bezos should get the little proceeds out of it, because because if you're gonna do that, then we're gonna have to start taking off Mein Kampf and all, because you can find that on that shit.
Yeah.
So my thing of it is, it's like, I'm saying, like, you got other things on Amazon that is come on, man. You can get like little fucking Debbie's and shit on Amazon and stuff, and bad food, which is different than than what a documentary can do. So leave the documentary up. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
I don't think they should do nothing with it.
But they definitely. If looking at the documentary, because I actually watched it, one thing, most of this information for most people, it might be new for a lot of people, but it ain't new for quite a bit of people. But the thing of it is just they don't want to be like the truth that in it. Because they say, oh, it's inaccurate. They try to downplay it because they know there's things in it that they don't want coming out and people picking up. Because it ain't really important to know who we are.
Right.
It's really important to know, they don't want you knowing who they are.
Right.
And that's why they coming down as hard as they are on it. But I think he should play. As far as like the retiring, if he did retire,
yeah.
But I think
was that serious? Is he serious?
Well, but you know what I'm saying. And if he does, they should really give him his back pay, because and even for the when he didn't take the jab,
right? He
should get back pay for that too, because they was like, nah, we ain't gonna, but. Yeah, they just out for him because really, like, especially with that jab, he kind of whooped him, because it's like, everybody got by himself too. Yeah, like, we got to get you in compliance and You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I think that spell is kind of breaking. That's why I kind of alluded to my lost in thought.
Yeah,
and with but just to tie in Ye with it, the Kanye joint, I sent you a clip. Ye was up there talking about, the way this industry go down. Like, now don't get me wrong. This stuff, again, common knowledge. It's common knowledge. People know. They can't really prove it.
Right.
But if you got somebody on that level telling you, this is how they going down. This is how they going down. You know what I'm saying? This is how they get down. You know what I'm saying? He even admit that, like, hey, like, my loved one, I ain't gonna, I had to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In order to get into the position that he got. It's like, come on, man. Like, it's a new day coming.
Yeah.
Like, things is like things is like that. It's like a scab, man.
Yeah.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Like this thing was flestering. You know how some people, you got to pick it. Yeah, now it's just like all this stuff coming out. It's like,
right.
And it's like,
right.
oh no, they be picking it. Yeah,
ripping it off now.
And then you seen the ugliness. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's really crazy what's going on.
I like that. Minister Farrakhan spoke out about.
Oh yeah, I meant to say about that too.
Yeah, because I mean, and he, like you said, he was calling out them fake preachers. He was like, y'all sitting there letting this man go down for this. You know what I mean? He was calling out people. Like y'all need to be protecting this man.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially that. I mean, come on, man. Like I said, like Ye say, the gig is up now. Like we already seen it. I mean, people been seeing it. They just haven't been able to do anything about it. And I'll be honest with you, they, these people, the powers that be, they kind of had a blessing in the time period. Now that time period, I'm kind of speaking like in code. Now that time period is up. That's why, like I said, that's why the magic ain't. They don't have the magic anymore. I mean, they still do per se on certain things, but they don't have it anymore. And that's why, we as melanated people, we are actually getting strength. And that's what I'm saying too. I even talk, what I'm saying, so, some of my white cohorts about this stuff, what I'm saying? It's like, look, whether you, stand on, you may not agree with Kyrie or not, you need to stand with him, because if he don't win, then the next person might be you. They try to censor and cut down. This, I mean, really on the bottom line, it's still censorship. Like if you want to look at it, it's still censorship, and you can't be your own person and talk the way you want to, because we own you and we pay you. So I mean, and that's the thing, man. I mean, we gotta stand. But anyway.
But yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. I mean, you summed it all up. But I mean, I'm just happy that people are speaking out on Kyrie's behalf and stuff like that, because it's important to get some people, especially in the position of a Louis Farrakhan. It's important for him, somebody of his status, to be able to say, this man didn't do anything wrong. You know what I mean?
I love the fact, that was another thing too, like all the people that were saying shit about him, like some of the people that saying, the coons, and he was saying like, he should be playing.
Yeah, Candace Owens was talking about.
Yo, that was right. I was like, yo, it's bad when Candace Owens she like, wait, she got like on a little black. She's like, wait a minute. Candace Owens, fucking Stephen A. Smith even was like, Shannon, come on, Skip.
Right.
Shannon Sharp, like everybody. And then even LeBron James, his ass, they're throwing him the bus, like, he crazy and shit. Like, and now it's like, well, I ain't really, he ain't gonna really slight a man's belief, and and
trying to save it.
But he need to go back and learn. But I got to read. Yeah, but the public been dragging his ass, and everybody was like, nah, you didn't show your hand. Fuck you.
Yeah,
so,
and I'm glad, like you said, the NBA commissioner said something about it too. Because that's really big. You know what I mean? He was like, he ain't do nothing wrong. This man's not anti-Semitic.
Well, I mean, the thing of it is, I think with that situation too, I mean, it is a win, but I think what they're trying to focus on is getting the movie off, which is still I still kind of like, but I guess but even then, I think even if it be off that platform, I think people still going to find a way to get it. Yeah. So if it does go off, I mean, it's not going to be that bad, but it just won't be as convenient.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I support Kyrie, because he didn't do anything wrong, man.
No.
I mean, I couldn't find anything wrong with it.
All he did was, all he did was do a tweet. Then they accused this man. Talking about, oh, he did the promo, he promoted it. It's like, nah, he did not promote. Right. He just simply, he didn't like, yo, go watch the movie. He just simply like, You know what I'm saying? Going back to, you know what I'm saying? That's all he did. Like, that was it. Pretty much. Matter of fact, he was just like,
right. I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over here and see what he do something else. And then we went back. Then when he went back, it was like, oh, wait a minute. So yeah. So I mean, it's just crazy, man. And oh dang, I lost my train of thought. There was something I was going to say, but
okay.
No, it's not you. No, it's not you.
But yeah, I mean, he really didn't do anything, man. I saw somebody walking through the streets of like New York or something, and he went up to some of the Hasidic Jews that be wearing like the hats.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, man, let me ask y'all something. What y'all think of the Kyrie situation? Was he anti-Semitic?" And they was like, "Well, no, we don't think so." He was like, "All right, man. Well, tell your man to leave him the fuck alone."
Y'all see that, man?
They was like, "We can't do nothing about that." He was like, "Yo, just tell your man to leave
tell your man."
Yeah, that was funny. But I mean, the average Jewish person probably realizes he didn't do nothing wrong. This is just literally the powers that be just trying to
they're trying
their little power.
Yeah, they're trying to hold on to it because, like I said, things. If you can't see it, I'm sorry, but things is about to switch. Things are getting crazy right now. A lot of things, a lot of places are moving, and they really trying to hold on to this. They trying to hold on to this power because their whole power has been built off a lie.
Yeah,
and it's now that lie is crumbling. That's the problem. They don't want that lie to really come out like be uncrumbled.
Right.
The way it is now. That's why because like I said, people been saying what this film was saying, but what they done instead of challenging it, because most of the time, we can challenge it. You know what I'm saying? We can challenge it and we can, we'll say something about it. But when it comes to this particular thing, they're not. Because, and that tells you two things. Either, they're ignoring it, because that's what they were doing at first. They was ignoring it, but now it's to a point where you can't ignore it.
Right.
So, but if they knew they come in confrontation with it, it's like, okay, that might expose us.
Right.
So now they were backing off of it, but now it's got to a point where, they just did it.
Right.
Yeah, doorstep now, nigga. That's what it is.
Exactly. So y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think about that. How you feel about this whole, anti-Semitic, trying to take people's freedom of speech away and all of that good stuff, man. Let us know what y'all think.
Yeah, man.
And don't forget, hit the buttons. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
Brothers and sisters. We need
funds.
Allocate.
Oh,
that's another thing. You see the old boy Joy talking about Shaq. I think I told you about that last week with the belt. Talking about Shaq.
Oh.
You remember that tune like
right. I don't think I saw the video. I know you told me about it.
He had the little belt.
Right. No, I did see it. Yeah. But he mentioned a lot of people. He mentioned Shaq and a few other people.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like Shannon Sharp with them or no Skip Bayless or one of them? Yeah. He mentioned quite a few people actually. Right. Boy, he a fool. But yeah, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for the show. We're gonna go see Black Panther. Do it up big.
The Wakanda tickets.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you gotta get it right. You gotta do right over left.
It's right over left.
It's always right over left. Yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on, right?
That's what you did the first time.
Damn, I did the level right. Oh,
there you go. Right over left. There you go.
Damn.
But
get these Wakanda tickets.
Right.
Uganda tickets.
Let me get them Uganda tickets.
Uganda. Let me get them. Bring them. Let me get them Uganda tickets.
Right.
This is not an airport.
But yo, I'm definitely gonna go see it. We're gonna see it later on this evening, and Howie's about to go see it right after he leaves the show. And so we're gonna talk a little bit more about it next week on our next episode. Let me see. I think I might have somewhere to go next week. I'm not sure if it's gonna interfere with the show or not, but I'll let you know.
Okay.
Because I think I was invited to a party, and I think it's next weekend.
Okay.
I think it's Saturday night, so we might still be able to get the show before,
Okay.
But yeah, so we'll still talk more about Black Panther. My whole mask theory, I'm still not sure about that. I've heard some people talking about the movie and how good it is. None of them have mentioned multiple, Black Panther. So I'm assuming maybe my theory was wrong, but it was kind of weird that they had all these different types of masks.
Right.
Maybe it's just different versions of the costume for that one person. I don't know. But I'm excited. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's going to top the first one, man. It's hard when you're making a sequel. Sometimes it's hard to top that first one, especially with Chad not being there, Chadwick. So that's going to be a hard feat, but I hope they at least represent him right.
Yeah, I'm
gonna
come in there. I got the all white on.
Yeah.
All white because it's probably the funeral. And I'm gonna come through the. We have come.
Right.
We have come to see the king to rest.
Yes.
I forgot.
No, you good. You good.
You know what I'm saying? I would be like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, we have come. I'm trying to do a little African joy. Oh, everybody. So before I came here, I went and got a ticket. So I had this. There was this one guy. He had like this maroon drip that had like little. It had like different like type of tribal writings on it.
Okay.
It was like a maroon joint. So he was walking right, him with his girl and stuff, and there were a couple of white people behind him. And so what I did, I held the door open. It's like, he would walk with his girl. The girl's like, hey, how you doing, sir? So I'm sorry, I'm holding the door for the king.
Right.
Yeah, they fell out. Come on, man, the drip. Yeah, like, yeah, we need a rose pedal.
Right. Get the girls in here.
Yeah, with the rose pedal.
Man, I'm gonna go get the tickets and walk up to the thing like this and just be like, I can't even take my arms out here. Take my card.
You take my card.
I just can't take my arms.
Salute.
Right.
I keep messing up. Right on the lip.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, I think Chadwick pointed it out. He was like, yeah, you got to do right over left.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's what's up. I think I had always kind of gravitated toward that anyway, but, it was good to know that there was some significance to it that, they spoke of. So, yeah, you got anything else you want to drop before we wrap it up?
I think that's it. I was trying to get back to my point. Well,
I was hoping that you would remember because I was like, maybe if we switch.
Oh, this is what it is. Okay. Not to get biblical, but I don't know if you
said.
I don't know if you remember the story of Esther, how there were two people, what they were doing, because they was the Israelites, they was in the land, and these people, they were trying to be against the Israelites, and there was like a person named, I think Mordecai was I can't remember. Anyway, these two dudes, they was like, look, man, we gonna come out here. We need to build a hanging and a gallows. We gonna do this. We gonna hurt these people up, so bad. But they set themselves up. They set themselves up because they ended up getting hung by their own gallows.
I've read that book before, but it's been so long I don't really remember.
This situation is that.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
They hanging themselves.
That's what that is.
You're right about that.
That's what I was trying to get back to.
You're right about that, man. It's happening.
Yeah, that's what this is.
It's just happening, man. It's a massive shift about to happen. And y'all need to go back and check out Howie's Lost in Thought about the whole Kyrie Irving and freedom of speech situation. It was really good. I watched it a couple times actually. So yeah, go back and check that out. That's on our YouTube page. Follow us on YouTube. Hit us up on Twitter. We on Instagram. We on Facebook.
Yep.
We at your mama's house.
Yeah, we got all type. We in all types of places. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we actually we about to get 200 followers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me get the clap.
We getting ready to.
Yeah, the clap's kind of messed up because we got about 200.
Yeah, man. So that's a milestone for us.
Yeah.
We're slowly but surely growing channel. So we appreciate those of you who do follow us. And one of these days we're gonna, give y'all some prizes or something.
We're gonna give you the already been chewed gum,
right?
The funky disco pants,
right? You can have my old phone case.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. The old phone.
It's kind of falling, a little raggedy, but
Yeah, we're gonna give y'all the what do you call the joints to remember the phone that had the little the little keyboard you could.
Oh yeah.
The little swipe joint.
Yeah.
So we gonna give y'all that. Take y'all niggas back to 2007.
Right. We're gonna give y'all some pages.
Yeah. We'll take it back to 95 with some beavers and shit.
But yeah, man, them were the days, boy.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, so this has been episode 225. And for Triad Hip Hop Podcast, this is your man Kurt, and this is
Harry.
And we'll see y'all on the next one, all right?
Wakanda forever!
Wakanda forever.
Peace.